Episode 253. The text bubbles began to roll once more. Not only his opponent, the Ghostblade, but even the assassin watching this play, by play skill display, was finding it unbearable. Upon closer inspection, he realized the Blade Master's attacks weren't actually as fast as his text bubbles were refreshing. Because his attack speed couldn't possibly be that high, he was wielding a greatsword. Yet, his stream of text bubbles never let up. He's just typing nonsense over there. The assassin was no match for Ye Xiu to begin with, and now his focus was shattered by Huang Xiaoshen's relentless trash talk. The outcome was a foregone conclusion. In moments, Lord Grimm had finished him off. That Ghostblade is also completely suppressed by Huang Xiaoshen and won't last many more seconds. Ye Xiu swung Lord Grimm's view around, but didn't see any reinforcements arriving. The takedown went smoother than either of them had expected. They'd thought they'd have to make a break for it after 2 or 3 kills. But now it looked like they could wipe the whole squad. Sword! Sword! As for Huang Xiaoshen, he couldn't stop shouting in the end.
Look at the sword! Look at the sword!
His attacks were all just basic strikes. Ye Xiu saw this and knew this guy was completely out of mana. He rushed forward, dispatched the Ghostblade with a few quick hits, and casually tossed out some food and potions.
Hey, let's get out of here first!
Huang Xiaoshen said to Liu Mu after having him pick up the items.
Tisk, still no sign of them. Something's off.
Huang Xiaoshen checked the time, estimated the distance of the nearest team, then grunted and said, they should have arrived right after we took out those 2. With double the time, where the hell have they detoured to? Ye Xiu pivoted Lord Grimm's view.
They ignored those 4, using the time to encircle the 2 of us once more.
Ye Xiu glanced at the coordinates and said,
It's a trap.
One down, and another one's gone. So fast. What's going on? Has their team not caught up yet?
In the Joint Guild Alliance channel, the players saw 2 consecutive system messages announcing members leaving the group. In Glory, players who are in a party or raid group automatically exit upon death. These 4 Tyrannical Ambition players sent out a message the instant they encountered the enemy. The group rushed over, only to receive 2 consecutive system notifications of players leaving the party along the way. Clearly, those 2 had been taken out. The group sprinted over, while simultaneously venting their frustration in the team channel.
Everyone stay focused!
We can't let them slip away again. 100 Blossoms comrades, attack from the 8 o'clock position. Brothers of Dynasty, from the 4 o'clock position. Brothers of Void Traders, 12 o'clock! Brothers of Tyrannical Ambition, hold the line! We're almost there. Let's tighten the encirclement and control the area together.
A message from Long Shadow.
When players from the various guilds formed their teams in the raid channel, they naturally expected to coordinate. So, no one really objected to Gu Yin's current plan. The 3 guilds indeed charged off in the 3 directions Gu Yin had suggested. Gu Yin's Samsara squad, positioned on Tyrannical Ambition's right flank, should have been the first to arrive and provide backup. Yet the entire team stood motionless in the woods, showing no intention of moving at all.
Let them kill. If we don't give them a little more time to play, this encirclement won't be complete.
Let them kill, Guiying said, with a sinister chuckle from behind his screen, his words echoed by the laughter of his comrades. If they charged now, Ye Xiu and Huang Xiaoshen would absolutely pull back and retreat, just as the 2 of them had originally planned. While they wouldn't be able to wipe out all of Tyrannical Ambition's players, but with the 5 enemy teams spread out, some far and some near, they couldn't possibly control too much territory in such a short time. The 2 of them still had ample space to find a hidden spot within the woods, but Gu Yin deliberately held back from providing support. With no one to disturb them, Ye Xiu and Huang Xiaoshen naturally wiped out all 4 opponents. This, however, bought time for the other players, sacrificing Tyrannical Ambition's team. The 4 squads finally secured effective control over the entire area, luring them in. That was the whole point, to create this absolute situation of overwhelming numbers against the few. 4-5. With numbers that low, it was obvious. Against 2 masters of this caliber, it was no danger at all. It wouldn't change their fate of being picked off one by one. Gu Ying had deliberately suggested this formation, already planning to use the 4 low defense players from Majestic Hero as bait. From Lord Grimm and Lu Mu's precise strikes and perfectly timed attacks, it was clear they could see this opening. And indeed, they did not disappoint Gu Ying. In the southwest corner of Empty Forest, the 4-man squad from Tyrannical Ambition was under attack by the duo. Lone Shadow mobilized the other players to pincer them from both sides. By staying put near Tyrannical Ambition to buy time, they were playing right into his hands. Another one down. Moments later, the 3rd member of Tyrannical Ambition fell. The crowd cried out in alarm.
What are your positions?
Gu Yin seemed the most anxious of them all. Of course he was anxious, but not about the lives of the Tyrannical Ambition players. He was anxious about whether these 3 squads could reach the positions he demanded on time. If they don't, those 4 deaths will have been for nothing. The 3 squads reported their coordinates, but Lone Concealment had no idea how long the last domineering figure player could hold out. It all came down to luck.
Once in position, converge on the target immediately.
After Lone Concealment sent the message, the 5 from the Samsara Guild finally deigned to move. Gu Yin sprinted, his eyes locked on Tyrannical Ambition. The last guy finally vanished, right after a system prompt sounded. The last player from Tyrannical Ambition vanished from the party.
Damn, what's up with Samsara's people? Samsara's people are way too slow.
The other 3 teams of players were naturally a bit miffed. The whole point of this was to have each other's backs, but all 4 of Tyrannical Ambition's guys got wiped out. Samsara's players still haven't shown up. That's a far cry from the effect they were hoping for. But how could they know Gu Yin was deliberately messing with them?
Stay calm.
The enemy is strong. Sending teams in one by one is just feeding them to the Grander. Is everyone in position? We go together.
Gu Yin sent the message. He wouldn't offer any lengthy explanations. He trusted these guild players wouldn't be too broken up over the deaths of Tyrannical Ambition's men. What everyone's really worried about is that those 2 could just slip away again. But this time, with his own plan in place, 18 against 2, Gu Yin didn't believe they could lose.
Charge! Charge!
Some typed in the team channel. Others just shouted it out. The 4 squads fanned out in a wide arc, pushing forward rapidly.
If we can force them out of the woods, it'll be to our advantage.
Gu Yin shouted. There wasn't time for a full encirclement, but this spot was already at the edge of Empty Forest. If we control enough ground, Ye Xiu and his partner can only flee a short distance out of the woods. Out in the open, their old tricks of appearing and disappearing to pick us off one by one won't be so easy to pull off.